greenteaguru.co.uk offers green tea, white tea, black tea, oolong tea, and we absolutely love pu'er tea, with offerings of Misty Peaks, Yunnan sourcing, Mung Hai, and Shaguan. We regularly visit Hong Kong and Guangdong, sourcing out very interesting and special cakes for your tea table. Green Tea Guru, based in UK with worldwide delivery. So, guys on YouTube, yeah, I haven't posted a video in, I think, 6 weeks or something. Absolute apologies. I have been working together with Limehead Studios and Limehead Radio. They're my guys not too far away from me. He's actually helping me knock up a couple of videos. So we've got 3 cameras going in the radio broadcast area of his house, and he's helped me put it all together, and it's quite a big job, really. As if you're a fan of my videos on the Green Tea Guru YouTube channel, you'll probably notice that I don't stick to one format. I really like to try different formats, so there'll be one just off the iPad with lots of videos. There'll be another one with lots of lovely cinematic sort of camera video stuff that I've done, and travel ones, and ones like this on Periscope where I'm just talking, ones where I'm just doing a mashup of whatever and talking over the top. I don't like to stick to one particular format. One, because I think you guys probably might get bored if I do the same format every single time, and 2, because I like to try new stuff out. But yeah, I tell you what I forgot to do. I said to myself, every single Periscope video I'm going to do a small improvement. My improvement for this time was supposed to be having some music in the background, and I've completely forgotten. I could go and sort that out. Actually, yeah, I'll do that now. Alan, how you doing? Just for my YouTube viewers, people come in. Hey yo. People come into Periscope, they say hello and they ask questions or whatever, but in this particular video you won't be able to see that. So if you see me talking crazily to the camera, I'm actually talking to people. So yeah, hi Helen, we're brewing up some white tea at the moment. Some wicked stuff I got from China, sourced this myself. Just chilling, really. So cool, this. Oh. So yeah, it's been pretty hectic really lately. Working on a new Green Tea Guru videos for YouTube. I'll tell you what, that's taken a lot more time than I thought it would, with these 3 different cameras, trying to do the editing for that. I mean, it's a lot of fun, but heck, it does take a while to do. But I think you're going to like it when it comes out. If you haven't checked out, guys on Periscope, by the way, if you haven't checked out my videos, hey Helen, hello. If you haven't checked out my videos, green tea, and you like green tea, of course, or any type of loose tea, to be honest, Green Tea Guru on YouTube. I was going to talk about something else as well. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I've actually got a lot more footage from my last tea trip to China. That I'm going to be doing on YouTube very soon. I've got a few topics that I want to chat about. One of them I think is quite interesting, because buying premium tea, premium loose tea in the West, we have no idea really what it's like for people in China who buy premium loose tea. Because actually, we have some very good guys selling tea over the internet for us lucky Westerners. In China and Hong Kong, I think they're not so tech savvy. You know, the internet's there and everything, but I don't know. They're not. Here, it's like if you don't have a website, you don't have a business. But over there, they kind of, the internet's the second thing, you know. So there's, as far as I can tell, there's not so much clambering over the internet. People just don't buy all their stuff on the internet. They kind of go to guys they know. So you know, Hong Kong, I guess they'll be talking to other tea people and finding out the good place to get tea and all this sort of stuff. You really are relying on other people, like the good old days in the West. You're relying on other people for their information of where they get their tea from, where's a good place to go, and you know, all that sort of stuff. But going through Guangdong and looking around all the tea shops, it's quite apparent that there are some guys trying to flog you tea for a lot of money, and it doesn't taste half or a quarter as good as some of the great stuff being sold to us Westerns at a very reasonable price. And that was interesting. You know, I'm in a tea market, a wholesale tea market, and I'm getting flogged. They're trying to flog me tea for exorbitant prices, maybe because I'm white and I'm a foreigner and I don't speak their language. Maybe, maybe. But hey, I know my shit. They didn't realise that. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. But I mean, they were selling me tea, trying to sell me tea that just tasted of not much or anything. The texture was there, but the flavour. Yeah. Or second infusion's coming out now. It's just so sweet, this tea. Dan Chong Mafia. Ah, I know who you are. How are you, sir? Yeah, the Dan Chong Mafia. God, you know what I'm talking about, Alan. Yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah, the Dan Chong Mafia. Well, you know, I didn't see the Dan Chong Mafia this time, but this time it was all about ancient arbor puer. You know, these guys trying to sell me a wholesale price, £85 for a cake. I mean, you know, for this mega ancient arbor, it just tasted, you know, tasted of nearly nothing. Okay, I don't like that one. Bring me another one out. Tasted a little bit, just, and some of the flavours were maybe a little very savoury. Maybe it's the sort of Chinese. I think the Chinese might have taste buds that they. What's the word here? I'm very tired. Sorry. Maybe it's the Chinese. Maybe like some flavours we don't, like the umami, sort of seaweedy, savoury flavours in puer that we don't get, or we don't like, or people have tried to put our way in old times. Yeah, but for whatever reason it doesn't sell very well, so they don't bother pushing it our way. I don't know. I've only tried this sort of umami flavour with raw puer a couple of times, and both times they've been Chinese vendors putting it my way. I've never tried anything with those sort of flavours from a Western shop. And it's okay, and yeah, I'll drink it, but exorbitant price, to be honest. Maybe because we're Western, we really go for the sort of strong, bitter young Sheng, or we all like the super sweet sort of age taste, but they love that too. So how's it going, Helen? What sort of tea have you been drinking recently, sir? A shout out to John, by the way. Thank you very much for pointing me in the direction of this music. Lovely to just have in the background and chill with, reflect on things. I've wondered about dodgy vendors selling fake aged pu'er thrown down a staircase, microwaved aged. Yes, I worry about those too. I tell you what, Alan, it's a bit of common sense, I guess. When in the West you've got the luxury of having forums and people saying avoid this tea vendor or go for this tea vendor, he's good. That's great. For me, when I'm tasting tea, I've just got to be careful in that people can say this and say that, and they do sometimes say this and say that. It's all down to what it tastes like. You can taste it, and even if it tastes good, that's just not enough, because you're going to want to, after you finish that cup, do you want another one? Do you want another cup? Or is it yeah, it tastes good, but, you know, I'm alright. If it's a second one, don't go near it. And it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they say it is. If it doesn't taste good. I've seen ripe mixed with already drunk raw leaves. Raw on the outside on a tea vlog. I've seen ripe mixed with already drunk raw. That sounds like, I don't know, is that someone trying to put together a cake, press a cake that's already been, like the tea leaves already been drunk, and it's trying to sell it as a tea to buy? It could be, it's another con. I've heard of people selling tea, I don't know how they do this, but tea that's been spent. So they've used the tea leaves, they've kept them all and dried them and tried to sell. Yeah. I mean, the other thing is switching. So the first time I went out to Guangdong to buy tea, well, they've lost a customer, put it like this. They, I tried a tea, yeah, it was good. It wasn't great, it was a good tea. I paid, I'll get a tong of that one. Taobao, yeah, Taobao. You need to know where you're going on that, in that place. Yeah, so I first time I went to Guangzhou, Guangdong Tea Market, I trunk some tea, and it was pretty good, so I laid down some money and bought a tong. But what I didn't know was what they'd done. They let me try tea, and then they said, oh, it's this one, it's this one, it's this one. And they sold me a completely different tea. When I got home, all the way back to UK, and I tried it, the first sip, I just went, this is not the tea I tried. In fact, it's probably the worst raw I've ever tried in my life. It just had low flavour, which isn't necessarily terrible, but it had very low flavour. Yeah, very low flavour, and a taste of like glutinous rice, like that nice burnt rice taste or smell. You probably know what that means. A little bit of that. So I don't know what the hell that was about, but it was just awful. I've still got the tong. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I still want to chuck it away. But yeah, I got conned there basically. You just got to be careful. But you know, they call this tuition fees. Sticky rice. Yeah, sticky rice flavour raw pu'er. Beautiful. But you never know, right? I might keep that tong, and in 15 years, it might actually taste good. Who knows? Who knows? But no, they call this tuition fees. Every time you go, you learn a little bit more, a little bit more. Yunnan sourcing, they get some great stuff from Guangzhou, Guangdong. It's all about connections, I guess. You know the right people. They've got some good tea in. They'll let you know about it. Yeah. Unfortunately, at the moment, I'm limited to what I can fit in my 4 suitcases and bring them home. I'm scared to sort of send it all back in a parcel at the moment because I'm not too sure. I think I do trust the Chinese postal system in sending massive super duper queuing storage. Yeah, I do trust the Chinese postal service, but the thing is, if it ever got lost, if I sent it to myself from China, there's no return address if there's a problem, and putting in a 500 quid's worth or whatever or more tea in there, and losing it is not going to be funny. Yeah, I'm still working about how to do that. Still working about that. Yeah. Just going to brew the kettle again, okay? Only be 1 minute. Right, Hallam says, I've heard of tea vendors throwing tongs down staircases and microwaving them to make them seem, I guess it's going to say, seem aged. Well, bloody hell. Bloody hell. Hallam says he's heard of tea vendors throwing tea down stairs. Well, I never thought of that before. And I wouldn't want to do that, and I'll tell you why. I just sold one of my tea cakes to a very good customer of mine, and I sent them the Fenching Tea Factory 2003 Jia Erdeng. Sorry to butt in. Hallam says the best way to age is frisbee. Oh my god. But no, I sent a customer of mine a really good cake. It's Fenching 2003 Jia Erdeng, and this cake has been completely the wrapper's been completely decimated by bamboo worm. And you know, it's half it isn't there. It's just all been eaten by these bamboo worms, and you know, it's just it's not in great shape. Man, that cake looks old. But she wasn't happy, and it was my fault because I didn't write on the product description that it's, you know, if you buy a whole cake, the wrapper's going to be completely half decimated by bamboo worm, and it's not in great shape. I should have said that. To be honest, it's all down to the flavour of the tea. That's what's important to me. I don't care what it looks like. If it tastes great, that's it. But there are some people that are very particular. War wounds, yeah, that's it. Hallam says war wounds. I mean, you know, but that's quite sad to hear that people will be trying to dupe the public, throwing tongs of tea down staircases, and using them as frisbees against walls, and microwaving this tea. Oh man, it's crazy in this day and age. But you know, nothing astounds me, to be honest.